Alright, YouTube. Yes, it's true. I'm finally back in the SI. Just got done getting repairs. The right impact sensor for the airbag system was replaced under warranty. And the transmission fluid was changed for the issue I described yesterday, which was that the day before I first brought this to the dealer last week for the airbag light, the transmission got jammed in second gear for reasons unknown. So I'm going to vlog and drive home, telling you exactly what happened and why I was so frustrated. I'm going to put that over to the side so you can see the mileage. Just over 51,000 miles. Got to put a little bit of gas in this car. Oh, time to go. Gotta try not to go too hard on it, the engine's still cold. And the shifter too. But anyway, so it was last Friday when I first noticed an issue with the transmission. It got locked in second gear, as I had said. So what was happening was, even with my foot to the floor on the clutch, I could not get it into neutral or any other gear. So I was afraid I was going to have my car towed, but luckily that was not the case, because I was able to pull over into a parking lot, shut the car off, release the brake and clutch, apply the parking brake. Then after a few moments I put my foot back on the clutch, and I tried to get the shifter out of second gear, and it wouldn't budge. But after a while of trying to get it out of second gear, it finally budged, and I was able to go into every single gear, including reverse and second gear, the one it was stuck in. And from that moment, I didn't experience another transmission problem. So that's why the transmission fluid was replaced. It's preventative maintenance. And although I was told by Honda of Lisle that my transmission fluid was replaced, apparently it must not have been. But every other fluid was replaced, including oil. So I am happy about that. So the reason I was frustrated, though, is because the airbag light was on. So that was on about a week before the transmission problem occurred. And I decided I had had too much schoolwork at the time, so I didn't want to bring it in. So I brought it in last weekend, so we're going to go into the past 2 weeks ago when the light first came on. When I was too busy. That's the weekend I did not bring the car in. Brought it in the very next weekend. So yeah, first out of 3 visits in total was last Saturday. And so nothing was done to the car except for checkup on what was causing the problems. only for them to tell me that they would recommend doing the transmission fluid change. So I didn't do that on Saturday. I did it yesterday, which was Tuesday. And they had to order a part, which was the right impact sensor for the airbag system. When they first ordered it, they realized they had ordered the wrong part, and they didn't realize that until after they tried to work on the car on Tuesday. So then they told me the disappointing news, and I had to get a shuttle service back home, because I can't drive a loaner since I'm not 21. But today they fixed it. The airbag light is off, as you can see, and everything is back to normal. I'm gonna pass. Safety first. Check your mirrors, then check directly to your left or right, depending on where you plan on changing lanes into. I prefer to stay in the travel lane, which is the right lane, whenever possible, so that way, in case the left lane law is strictly enforced, I won't get a ticket, because the left lane is for passing only. Though some people like to stay in the left lane because they're going to turn left eventually. That I understand. But what bothers me is when people drive below the speed limit in the fast lane. I mean, driving below the speed limit itself is annoying, because one person has to make us all go below the speed limit. But we should at least have one lane open where we can get around the slowpokes. But we're going to be back on topic here. So the shifts are smoother than they were beforehand. Alright, I gotta back off. Don't want to tailgate. But yeah. Clutch feels good. And we are back on the road. See what I was talking about earlier? They have plenty of room, but they still don't want to drive 45 or close to 45. Because my perspective is drive as close to the speed limit as possible, unless you need to pass someone. I must say, after months of driving a manual, I've gotten better at rev matching. because I don't know if the engine's fully warmed up or not, I'm not going to do a full throttle acceleration from this light. Normally I do to get up to speed, then I back it off, but I'm probably only going to do right until VTEC starts, which is 5,000 RPM, just to be safe. Rather be safe than sorry. Don't want to be back in the shop again. So unfortunately for the VTEC lovers, this is not your day. Something just flew off my car. I'm not sure what it was. I'll have to watch my own video to find out. That is, if the camera caught it. But I must say, being a college student and having to deal with car issues that require multiple dealership visits is frustrating. I mean, that would be frustrating for someone who has a job too, but when you're in college, you're basically doing homework as a full-time job. And that can be multiple different full-time jobs if you think about it a certain way. So, yeah, whereas if you have a job, you're only doing one task. Whereas if you're in school, you're doing multiple tasks. Some of which may or may not be required for your major. Man, look at how close this person is to the curb. Holy crap. Can't tell you how hilarious I thought it was when I saw someone in Glen Ellen hit the curb with their tires because they were driving so close. And my mom was with me and she was like, this person does not know how to drive. And we were laughing. I mean, it was scary at first, but then we were laughing afterwards. Because how could someone drive so close to the curb? I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to go through Boulder Hill as soon as it's safe. I hope I can make it through on this light. I think I can go after this International. Yep, perfect. I'm going to go around this way to get to the gas station, and then I'm going to end the vlog. Now, normally in a residential area, the speed limit is 25, but it's 30 in this one, which is high for a residential area. Trust me, it is easy to speed in this car. You wouldn't know it unless you drove it. Also, I forgot to mention my clutch made a very weird noise whenever I took off from first gear, and this noise would only happen in the cold, but I guess changing the transmission fluid solved that issue too. It sounded like a and that was because the clutch wasn't fully released. Something fell out of my pocket. But yep, haven't heard that sound once since I've gotten in. So yep, if only this car had wood so I could knock on it for you guys. But I'm gonna knock on fake carbon fiber. So I'm gonna take this road all the way to the gas station. I think someone wrote mofo in graffiti on that bridge, if I picked it up correctly. If I didn't, I can always rewatch the footage. Just thought I'd point that out for you guys because it's funny. But graffiti is also illegal, so if you're thinking about doing it, don't. It's not worth it. What is this person doing? Look at that. Alright, well there's the gas station. So, hope you enjoyed this update vlog. Peace out, stay tuned for more, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care, and have a nice and safe day.